Energy is a kitchen table issue. It keeps the lights on. My name is Chandra Farley, and my passion is making the connection between environmental stewardship, healthy communities, and our daily lives. That passion led me to the work of Just Energy, creating a just and equitable energy transition for Black people, communities of color, and rural communities across the South. The Southeast is home to 84% of all U.S. counties that experience persistent poverty, defined as a county in poverty for 3 decades or more. Also, 3 of the top 5 carbon polluters are in the South, where investments in consumer-directed clean energy continue to lag. Pile on the fact that the South experiences a higher frequency of billion-dollar climate disasters than any other region. And we begin to understand the struggles and barriers that historically marginalized communities face in this era of changing climate and rapid energy transition. For many folks in the South, energy is a burden, not a gift. 4 southern cities, Memphis, Birmingham, Atlanta, and New Orleans, consistently rank at the top of lists for highest energy burden. That is the percent of income that a household spends on electricity and gas bills. An energy burden over 6% is considered high or unaffordable, while a burden over 10% is considered severe or energy poverty. Conventional wisdom in the United States is that you shouldn't pay more than about 1/3 of your income on rent. For many families and essential workers, it is not only rent that is using up 1/3 of income, it's energy. This year, we have built the movement necessary to change that. If President Biden makes targeted investments towards the clean energy transition in the South, millions of thriving wage green jobs can employ Southerners and position us to create new clean energy businesses that build wealth for communities that have historically been left behind. Black communities, communities of color, and rural communities overwhelmingly bear the negative impacts of the climate crisis and carbon-based energy production. And yet, these communities are virtually unrepresented in the planning and decision-making that drive outcomes in energy regulation, distribution, and policy. The result? Stark inequity at each of these levels. At Partnership for Southern Equity, we organize so that the people closest to the problem are the people designing the solutions. We are working to make sure the clean energy transition turns the table completely. By flipping historical inequities to a forward-thinking future, we can reduce the burden of climate change on our communities. President Biden and Congress must make investments towards the millions of family-supporting clean energy jobs that have been promised to us. We can turn the page on those 3 decades of persistent poverty, on the inequitable threat of climate change in the South.